the Multistrada V4S. You saw me on the trying out the 1300 GS, and now let's try a V4S. I've not done many miles, 10 minutes, 15 minutes on it so far. Yeah, it's a big old thing. Quick shifter is super smooth. Feels, first impressions, a lot of engine noise. I can kind of, sounds like the can sounds like it's, the exhaust sounds like it's giving off a really nice growl, but it's kind of overshadowed by the engine noise, which on the V2, on the V2S, you got a lot more of the exhaust note, which was nice. I wanted to test this because it was a bit of an itch that needed scratching after trying the V2. But right as I stand here now, the V2 is the bike for me, not this. Even though this has all of those toys that I need, or more specifically, toys like radar cruise. We'll see. Let's keep going. It may well be that I change my mind. Not beyond the realms of possibility. I'm mad keen on all this scaffolding here. It's obviously much nicer once it's down like that, but I guess actually what you could do, have it in the down position, but actually have a bigger screen. Let's crack on. I've got this in touring, which kind of to me feels like about, I don't know exactly what the settings are for it, but it feels sort of middle of the road settings. The other thing I noticed as well, actually, the temperature is 15 degrees outside. It's no longer a warm day, and I can already feel the heat off the engine. Not a problem. It's very warm in my legs here. If that's as warm as it gets, then that's absolutely fine. But I can imagine it might get a bit toasty in the higher temperatures. So when I was out on the GS earlier, my biggest criticism of it was the way it, oh god, that chip was smooth. The way it fired you at the scenery as you accelerated away. It's really difficult to explain. Like that, just, it was very smooth and progressive. It's just progressive as you twist the throttle, isn't it? But this is a bigger bike and it feels a bigger bike than the GS. I mean, that quick shifter was just next level in comparison to that clunky piece of crap on the GS. I think every time I charge the gear on it, so let me just mention the quick shifter, I like that. But again, immediate reactions right now, I think I'd rather have been on the V2 coming through here. Right, let's go with that. Where are we? I know where we are now. That is just buttery smooth. I would imagine that's when people talk about the slick quick shifters on the 4-cylinder bikes, that's what you're on about, isn't it? Fifth gear. Oh, that throttle is big now. Yep, that's rapid. Does this bike elicit some naughtiness? Immediate reaction, this is faster than the the 1290. Feels faster anyway. Plus or minus to Dragon. Oh, resume. Oh, that's the distance. Oh, okay, clever.
Push the hat and out come bubbles. Clever.
That's the radar distance. That seems like a bit of a waste of a button, really. I'd sooner have had that as the up and down. I mean, how often am I going to bother by the radar distance? Never really. Long term, will the thirst of this bike bother me? Let's get a clear road here. Let's see if we can dispatch this guy. Let's see what it feels like. I mean, that is silly. The pick up on that is much quicker than the KTM, which I really wasn't expecting at all. And this kind of does redefine the phrase effortless. Redefines a phrase that I can't say. The phrase I'm trying to say is this really does redefine effortlessly quick. Is that 6-gear roll on? It's pretty rapid. I'll be a bit too quick for me. I'll put myself in a whole lot of trouble on this. Let's go down one. Probably didn't even need to go down one there, but really needs. Yep. Quick shout out again for the quick shifter, because I haven't done that enough already, have I? That skyhook is sublime on these. Yeah, no, that third gear. So I'm riding this like a 1290. The 1290 wouldn't have minded that at all. But this is, well, it'll pick up and go, no problem. But I didn't like that. It felt a bit bogged down. It felt very bogged down. It keeps screaming at me to put it into second. And that's where this engine's up the top, isn't it? I think any criticisms I got of this should be criticisms of me rather than the engine. This is a V4, not a V2. I'm riding it like a V2. But it's between the two, isn't it? It wants to be revved, but I'm not revving it. Let's have a go at some of the other. Where's the mode? What are we in? How do we do this? Is it down? Enduro? Urban? Wet. Let's go wet, because I'm guessing that's going to give us a kind of most placid and softest ride, is it? Oh, you can really tell the difference with that. Would I be so stupid as to end up buying a 170 brake horsepower bike and then leaving it in rain mode all the time? Probably. It would be daft, wouldn't it? Right, now let's go completely the opposite direction. Go sport. Play throttle. Okay, this thing will get me into some trouble. Especially with those guys. Hopefully you don't see them very often nowadays. And that sport feels a bit too, that's too much, that is, for this road. Let's go on a mode. Touring Bosch. Come on, I'm doing the indicator instead. Close throttle. Better. This bike would live in touring for me. Definitely. For this is the sort of road that I enjoy riding. I'm literally watching that fuel gauge drop. Christ. So that feels now, I'm in third there, it sort of feels like it wants to go down into second, which, given the fact that the rev speed change, would suggest that that was about right. Quite tingly through the seat. If you're looking for a good crotch massage, then I can highly recommend this bike. Yeah, that kind of, so we're up around, right, 2000, it's right there, gear. Yeah, there's a big hesitation there. I have absolutely no idea where I am. I don't know where I am or where I'm going, but I'm going to carry on going this way. I didn't want to turn up that road. We're having too much fun. This isn't nice though. I'm going to say on this sort of road, I definitely think the V2 is better. That's a lot of engine brake. Is that something you can tune? Let's have a look. Front suspension mode auto, rear suspension. Oh, that's interesting. That sport is auto. Oh, and this one is. Okay. Whereas what wet would be, suspension mode is low grip, front suspension medium, rear suspension medium, enduro, urban. Suspension mode is comfort. Oh, okay, oh, let's try that. But is there anything that you can do with, so, I don't know what DWC is. Traction control, ABS. Is there not a custom one on here? Or can you change each of these individually? Let's go let's try the urban. What's this do here? Nope, that's still doing that. Oh, there we go. Volume, phone, music, forward collision warning, adaptive cruise control. What is that? Okay, far. You don't need any of that, do you? Because you've got it all on that quick switch. That's just the flasher, isn't it? How do we go back? Like that? Yep. It's quite nice. Yeah, this is settings, riding mode setup. Okay, suspension mode setup, riding info order. Right. Okay. What's fuel indicator there? Level or range? What does level do? Slightly less stressful. Although in theory, that, yeah, 75 miles and it's showing half a tank. That sounds a bit worrying, doesn't it? Then it cuts. Yeah, okay. Shall I stop it there? I think I'm going to stop it there. Well, that's been quite a day. Testing out the 1300 and the V4S. Let's get on the bike and head home, or head towards home. Should we have a chat about what I think of the two bikes? Okay then. So, R1300GS and the V4S. The GS was very much, the test ride felt very much like I remember the first ever time I rode a GS. I was completely unimpressed with it when I first got on it, and within a mile down the road I was like, yeah, no, this isn't for me, don't like this. But the more I rode it, the more I was like, yeah, it's good, it's okay. Actually, does that even answer the question? It's okay. Is that half the problem with the GS? Or my opinion of the GS? It's okay. Because it's not okay for a bike to just be okay, is it? Certainly not at that price. After a short time, you know, you walk away from an experience being the test, and you let it stew in your head. You start to wonder, don't you? Now, realistically, the only thing, what was the one thing that I really didn't like about it? Was there anything that I really didn't like about it? The two things I would say. The dash, the menu system on the dash is a train wreck. Like, you've got a screen that shows you your tyre pressure on it, tyre pressures. Or there's a screen that shows you lots of information, including your tyre pressures. And you kind of tab two more screens along and it shows you like a whole load of other information about your tyre pressures. What the hell do you need to know that? What's the point of that? as I learned afterwards, I found that when you got the screen off, it's got electric screen, and it's sorry, excuse me, let's just turn off the Google loader. It's got an electric screen on it, which actually an electric screen, I wouldn't even want the electric screen. But what I would want the bigger screen, but the electric screen comes as part of the comfort pack. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Put an electric screen on it, I'll put it in the up position, then I'll never use it again, and I'll forget that it's even got an electric screen. But I realised when you stop, for some bizarre reason, I can't think why, the screen goes down. Now, I of course started the bike again and immediately put it back up and thought, crikey, that's going to get really boring really quick, having to do that all the time. But the sales guy told me apparently that it raises automatically after, you've got up to, I don't know, 30 miles an hour or whatever. Why does it do that? What BMW engineer thought it would be a good idea to make the screen go down when you stop? What? Don't know, weird. Anyway, that's one thing, didn't like that. The quick shifter is as clunky and hopeless as it always has been on the Boxer engine. It's the nature of the engine. I just don't think they're ever going to improve that, are they? But again, it's not a deal breaker. It wouldn't bother me on the bike. I mean, crikey, I certainly wouldn't want the bike changing gear for me and using that BMW ASA, as they call it. Definitely wouldn't have that. But I would never look for one with that anyway. What else was there? It felt physically small. It certainly felt physically small in comparison to just riding the V4S. But then I'm looking for a smaller bike, so that means that it's actually more suitable. It is a smaller feeling bike with all the toys. So surely that makes it more appropriate for what I'm looking for. I think looks are subjective, but I honestly do think that in the rally colours, I think certainly with the gold wheels, the one I tried had the black wheels, but with the gold wheels, I think it's a cracking looking bike. I mean, every bike can have its every bike can look a bit ugly from the wrong angle, can't it? But then I'm weird. I mean, I thought the 1290 was a nice looking bike, as they say. Looks only a mother could love. It felt really, I mean, it was quick, but I suppose the best way I could describe it is it felt abruptly quick, if that makes any sense. And by that I mean that, I don't know what I mean really. I'm struggling to put into words what I mean by that, so I won't bother trying, because again, I don't think it's necessarily a failing of the bike. I kind of got off it a little bit. Should you buy based on your first impression? I don't know whether you should really. I'm going to go this way because I'm in the mood for some nice quiet pottering along lanes. So let's move on to the V4S then, shall we? Ignoring the fact that it was in a crap colour, because black is just, that's a horrible colour for a car. For a car? Would I keep saying car? Or a bike? It's not a horrible colour, but it's certainly not a colour that I would like. Watch this now, in a month's time I'll end up with a 13 triple black. I can't buy a new one. I cannot spend £24,000 on a motorcycle. That is stupid money. Just because I could afford to spend it doesn't mean I should spend it. I think that cost for a motorbike would spoil my enjoyment of the bike, so that leaves me looking at second hand. But then second hand, I'm then only going to be getting, well, the clock on the warranty is ticking in it, so let's say I get one that's, well, even just a couple of years old, that means I've only got 2 years warranty on it. As a place to be, as a place to sit, yeah, it's physical presence, if you like it. I preferred it to the GS, but I'm contradicting myself here, aren't I? I want a small bike, but I want a big bike. But in terms of just general, maximum rideability. No, that doesn't make any sense. Right now I feel like I'm trying to talk myself into liking the V4S. Am I making up my mind here? Obviously the other option I haven't even spoke about is the fact that I've tested the V2S. I feel like the right decision for me is a brand new V2S Travel, which has got all the bits and pieces on it that I want. But I'm not then, am I then going to spend the thick end of £17,000 on a motorbike and just sit back and think, wish I bought the V4? I mean, I appreciate that that is a proper first world problem. It's still a problem. I'll just stick with my trusty Transalp. Oh, I don't know. I just don't know. This has been no use at all to anyone. Well, it's not meant to be of any use. It's not meant to be of any use to anyone else. The only person this is meant to be of any use to is me. Trying to clarify things in my head, talk it through with you. I don't know why I'm going like this because I don't have another camera on the bars. Why do you have your wedding photos next to your car? I hope that the bride is well into those cars as well. I'm assuming since the groom was in the driver's, it was his car. But crikey, that screams to me. I love you, dear, but I love my car more. What have you just married? The lady or the car? That's weird. Don't be negative, Darren. Each to their own. I honestly don't think I'm going to be able to make a decision. I think I'm going to just end up letting this one rumble on and I won't buy one. But as I sit here right now, if my life depended on it, if I had to go out and buy another bike, I cannot believe I'm going to say this, but I'd buy the GS. That is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I think the thing that puts me off the V4, and it ran through my mind a number of times as I was riding the bike, even though it was imperious to be on, it's just a big unit, isn't it? It's a big unit. And there's a lot of it in front of you. And it felt very GSA-like, which is exactly what I don't want. Is that the answer? No, that's right, yeah. I want the V2S, but I want the V2S with... Well, what's the V2S not got? What toy has the V2S not got that I want? Radar cruise. I mean, come on, Darren. It's a nice... Oh, it's a horrible corner. This is... It's always got gravel on it. It's a nice to have, but come on. That's a bit silly, isn't it? Have we made our mind up that if it's Ducati, we're going V2S? I think we have, haven't we? Which means I wouldn't even be seeing it until June. Crawley and his helmet there. I think this guy thinks I'm racing him. But I'm not, mate, don't worry. I'm going to end up sticking with this. For God's sake, Honda, put fucking cruise control on the fucking Transalp. the Anarchy roads fitted to this. A couple of days ago, yeah, road tyres, pure road tyres on an adventure bike. Well, why pretend that you go off-road when you don't? Therefore, of course, perfectly reasonable question, why buy an adventure bike? Oh, because it's big, tall, upright, comfortable, blah 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 blah. I feel quite nice in the this, on the faster stuff, but I'm not too sure about low speed. It's probably more me than anything there. I don't think I've got anything of any more value to say to you, not that I've had anything of any value to say right up to this point. So thanks for listening, thanks for coming along, and I shall see you on the next one. Bye for now.